Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of The Providers, brought to you by SmokingIt.com. This week, Steve gives us a update on his Jeep accident. Maybe finally getting his Jeep back in order, which is good. And then we talk about some hot topic as far as baiting in the state of Michigan goes. And some people love it, some people are against it. And we bring you our thought process on it and let you know where we come from as far as the whole baiting thing goes between the Michigan DNR and the Michigan government. And we talk a little bit about some ice fishing and trying to get out and do what we can here in the cold winter months. And it's a fun episode. Lots of fun info.
Like leaving boot prints in the mud. As the crisp morning air stands up your neck of hair and your adrenaline starts to flood. When you're a provider, you understand the things the woods can do. How you can lose yourself in the things that you love, but you can find yourself in them too. Yeah, we're the hard-working, hard-hunting, freeze-a-fair land providers. Yeah, we're the hard-working, hard-hunting, freeze-a-fair land providers.
Who doesn't love making a delicious meal for their family? Smoking It Smokers allow you to do just that. Simply set the settings and walk away, only to come back hours later to have a delicious meal waiting for you. Smoking It Smokers, when only the best will do.
What's up, man?
Nothing, dude. It has been so cold out here that I have done like absolutely nothing except plow snow and hibernate.
Tell me about it.
Probably not you because you're delivering UPS packages.
Yeah, it compounds on me for sure.
So I actually thought about you when I was outside in the freezing cold. The other day I plowed my whole driveway and then I had my front sidewalk still like covered with 3 inches of snow. I walked inside and I sat here for a minute and I was like, the UPS guy's going to hate me. So I went back outside and shoveled my sidewalk and my steps and the front porch. And I was like,
That's hilarious.
Dude, I'd been doing so good working out since like before Christmas. And my dumb self has my quad with snowplow on it, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the other day I'm sitting there going, man, it'd be nice to be able to move some snow further. Which about 2 days later, I went, you dummy, you've got a tractor parked down in your shed that you forgot about with a bucket on it.
Bucket and everything, right?
So I went out and got the bucket out and chipped up some of the stuff on the driveway that had been getting packed down. And I was like, I need one of those back blades that can rotate sideways. Because with the bucket, you're just scooping snow. So I jump online and I found a cheap like 50-inch back blade that has like the swivel to it so you can actually move snow off to the side. Mm-hmm. It gets delivered again by my UPS guy, but it's like
heavy. He probably didn't like that.
300 pounds. So my dumb ass walks outside all excited about it, and he'd propped it against my garage. So I grabbed the box and like twisted to move it. Mm-hmm. And then realized that I torqued the crap out of my back.
Oh, that sucks.
So, yeah. So, I'm on like day 4 of not working out and feeling like crap. So,
that sucks.
I'm like, being 44 and moving 300 pounds isn't what it used to be. So, but I did get it put together. So, the driveway was all clear for you when you pulled in today.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah. So, so, what you been doing?
Hey, I finally got the Jeep back.
You did? Fixed?
Today was the first day I drove it. Renee picked it up yesterday.
Nice. What'd they end up having to do to it?
Dude, they did a ton of cosmetic front stuff. You know, like there's a ton more wrong with it than I thought. They redid the hood, redid the grill, the fender flare on it is brand new bumper. I think new lights in the bumper. Painted the whole front of it pretty much. The problem is it's an old Jeep. So the steering wheel was 90 degrees to the left.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
So they took it to the alignment place. the alignment place was like, there's nothing broke, but we have to do all the adjustments to it, and everything is rusted and old, so it all has to be replaced, which cost me an extra $1,800.
You're like, we could just do the
Come on.
steering wheel 90 degrees for the rest of my
Right.
life. I'll get used to it. It's fine.
Right. So that hurt a little bit.
So you got like a whole new Jeep then, if like
Yeah, it's nice.
all the steering and stuff's new and tweaked and yeah, sweet.
Yeah. And that Jeep's supposed to be going to Sam here in another month and a half. So it's good that it all got fixed.
I was going to say, you had to be borderline them just totaling the thing out, you'd think. But
Probably.
yeah.
I don't know.
Is this the one we're going to put the new top on, or is that the other Jeep?
No, I already did that. I snuck
Oh,
away
you
and
did?
that.
Nice.
I did that at my father-in-law's. He heated it all up. So
Sweet. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So that's done.
yeah.
One less thing on my plate. I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, I have 2 Jeeps. So,
Yeah.
but one's going to Sam. So
Okay. Nice. Nice. So we took last week off
yeah.
from doing the show, just being negative degrees for a month at a time has made it a little difficult to get motivated to go outside and do anything. So we
I was able to go ice fishing once. It was cold, but I had the shanty, so that was nice. Caught some pretty good, like, we didn't catch like a limit or anything, but good size gills. Caught a 12-inch crappie. That was pretty sweet.
nice.
So that was fun to get out, and I went with a buddy of mine from work, and so his name's Mike, and went with his son David, and David told his dad, David's 13, told his dad, I am not going ice fishing. It's way too cold. You're crazy. And then he said, well, Steve's got a shanty. And he's like, if I can be in the shanty with Steve, then I'm fine. so I basically ice fished with his 13-year-old, which was cool. It
Yeah.
was fun. And one really cool part about it was he's sitting there ice fishing, and I'm like, hey, what's been up? What's going on? We're just talking. And then he sat there and he goes, so I shot a deer this year while listening to your podcast. And I was like,
Nice.
oh, that was pretty sweet. So he goes, yeah, I had a little earbud in, and I was listening to your podcast, and then a deer came out. So
That's awesome.
he actually got a good one this year. He cost his dad a little money because he had to get it mounted, so it was a pretty good deer.
Right.
Yeah.
Gun or bow?
That one was with, I think he got that one with his gun.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. So somebody's listening to
'cause
the show. That's a positive.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. He's got his kid out there. He loves the outdoors, so it's pretty sweet.
I've been laughing because I think I've had at least 4 or 5 people at this point now just send me a message that says like 2 a.m. doe, LOL, from our conversation about the bar analogy with the second rut. So I was like, yeah, that's the stuff that Steve and I come up with pretty naturally is, referring does to girls at the bar at 2 a.m. I guess.
Exactly. This cold weather, though, like, I ran the dogs once because it got up to 22 degrees that day. And it was on Sunday that I had off and saw 2 rabbits.
That's
I was
it.
like, yeah. So I thought, with it being so frigid cold, that the one sunny warm up would have been crazy. But so it's been tough. I haven't been able to run dogs very much because I feel bad because it's so freaking cold out. And I don't know.
You're getting ready to go down to Ohio, right, for a rabbit hunt?
Yeah.
With
That should be fun.
with Matt and Jay and Logan, and
Yeah.
I got to sit that weekend out, but you're heading down there here in a couple weeks, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess we'll send some podcast equipment down. We'll see if we can get Matt,
Yeah,
Jay, and
that'd be
Logan
sweet.
back on the show. So that'll be a fun upcoming
And
episode.
I think Ron is gonna try to go.
Oh, joining up with
might
you?
Get Ron.
What?
Might finally get Ron.
The notorious Ron Van Meter has not made an appearance on the show yet. So
Ron's turned into Jay's brother.
well, right, yeah, he just disappears.
Just don't put me on camera.
Well, it didn't help. So when obviously our whole life Ron's lived around us.
Yeah.
And then about the time we started doing the podcast, Ron decided that he was going to move down to Ohio.
Right.
And so, yeah, he's not close by to be able to just throw him in the studio here with us. So yeah, that'll be sweet if you get Ron on the show and see if he can defend himself from all of the previous episode stories that we've thrown out about him.
He can never defend himself.
So that'll be fun, though, because, but Ohio got more snow than we did. Like,
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
They got dumped on down there.
Yeah.
So I saw obviously watching Matt's trail cameras and stuff. In fact, last night we had a pretty good buck show up on trail camera last night down there that I don't think we've seen all year. I was like, where'd he come from? But so that was good to at least see a deer at this point that still has a nice rack after the poaching incident. So we'll see. But yeah,
that's crazy.
What?
I have a question for you. I know how I feel about it, but I don't know how you feel about it. What do you think about baiting in Michigan for deer?
All right, so while I'm thinking about this, for people that don't live in Michigan, Michigan is a no baiting state. That got taken away from us.
Since, what was it? 2018? 2015?
Yeah, it's somewhere
We used to be able to do it.
Yep. Yeah, you used to be able to do it. You had to have a certain amount spread out. Mm-hmm. I remember you'd have to go out and pour out your corn or whatever and then kick it all around so it wasn't in a pile. But I don't know. I mean, I think the reason...
Well, honestly, way before that, you could get a dump truck and pour it down.
Right.
And then they started restricting it. Yep. And then they just took it away entirely. And it's been a huge controversy. Mm-hmm. I mean...
So the first thing I guess I would throw out is I never baited with food, but I loved mineral.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And we had mineral sponsors and how it affected everything.
And I can tell you when we put out mineral, we would get a lot of deer coming into mineral. Right. That was awesome. I never personally bought bags of corn or anything and poured them out.
Right.
And I think the mineral was more beneficial because once you got it established, they say it stays in the ground, it absorbs into the soil. Mm-hmm. You know, you pour it on an old log or whatever, and eventually the log starts to disintegrate, and it's got all that mineral in it. The deer sitting there eating the log. Like, how many times did we see tree stumps just get devoured? You know, so I can say that I think mineral was great at bringing deer into an area. My other thought on baiting or feeding or any of that is I've always felt like the big bucks know it and avoid it during hunting season.
Right.
So I've always kind of looked at it as a little bit of a deterrent that I didn't want to mess up something that was, you know, hopefully I was going to catch a big buck on a natural travel pattern.
Right.
Not have him avoid a bait station until 2 a.m. because he knows that there's probably a hunter sitting there. So I don't know. I've always
shied from it.
Because I've never done it, I can't really tell you that I care if it's legal or not legal. Like, it wasn't something that got taken away from me. Right. Other than the mineral aspect of it, that was frustrating. But as far as the baiting part of it went, I guess I could go either way on it. What's your thought?
It's a super hot topic button right now.
Oh yeah,
because the state of Michigan is now pretty much going against the grain of the DNR,
right? And
they're going to just put it into law that we can do it. Mm-hmm. Which is crazy to think that it takes our government to take over the natural resources to do something like that. You know, it's crazy.
So I was looking at a little bit of stuff that kind of ties into this, and it was the disease testing that they did this year in the state of Michigan. And remember, they've pushed so hard about that TB zone, the tuberculosis, you know, up in that kind of northeast part of lower Michigan.
Right.
It was something stupid. The number was like 6 deer tested positive this year out of 4,000 tested. And I'm like, why are we even considering this an issue anymore? Like,
Right.
that's so low. It's crazy. And then, you know, obviously you had the chronic wasting. There was a few deer that were tested for that. And I think a lot of that wasn't it the chronic wasting that kind of was the reason the baiting, because if
their explanation of it was so stupid, because they're like it's where deer are gonna, it's like nose to nose contact, and that they didn't want that, and that their saliva was gonna get, you know. And then it was Ted Nugent or something went on and talked to the board about it and explained there's licking branches everywhere, and deer do this naturally all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just, you're giving us a BS answer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and you think about, there used to be almost every gas station you go to would have bags and bags of, here's carrots, here's beets, here's corn.
Right.
Here. So economically speaking, like, it had to have hurt, you know, all the local farmers, all of that, you know, that are producing that stuff, the mineral people that, you know, are producing that. Like, money wise, it had to affect our economy.
Right.
Then you have the whole aspect of, I used to love it for youth season.
Right.
Like you said, a big buck might not come into that bait pile, maybe. And that's a theory. You know what I mean? But if I want to increase the odds of my kid getting a deer, I'm going to put some bait out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of sucked when, you know, from that aspect. We actually had, we talk about Ohio all the time, but their bait law is different. Like, they don't have, it's not a ban, and there's no restrictions.
Right.
Like, you can do whatever you want. So usually when we go down, I'll do my hunt, do whatever, and then before I leave, I'm establishing a bait pile for Sam where I think he could be successful.
Right.
And I've done that pretty much every year almost. And one side note is they step up their game too. They've got flavored corn. I get cherry flavored corn, and you pour that out, and it's tempting to eat it yourself. You're like, oh, this smells pretty good.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. I don't need to cook this corn.
It's almost like a Kool-Aid powder or something.
I don't know, but
I don't know what it is, but
like, the deer get on it like that. I mean, it's nice. But anyways, funny story this year. Same spot where I shot my buck this year. I'm like, this is a great spot. I've seen multiple deer. I'm gonna have Sam sit the same set.
Mm-hmm.
And establish the bait pile out there, which I didn't have for myself, but I put it out there. And Sam comes down, and we only had 2 days to hunt. And it puts a lot of pressure on when you're like, oh my gosh, we gotta get this done in 2 days, right?
Right.
And we sat the first morning. He passed up a decent 7-point, and he's like, nope, I want it to be bigger. I want it to be at least an 8-point, you know. Okay, cool. Saw some other deer. Sweet. Like, we saw probably 10 plus deer that morning. And 2 were small, or 2 of them at least were bucks. One was really small. But so then that night we go, or that evening we go back, we hunted again. And we had 0 action. Or no. Yeah, we had 0 action. So then we went that night and put a corn pile on the other side of the property with Matt because he had a kid coming in like a week or two later.
Uh-huh.
And Sam's over there looking around with just flashlights and stuff. And he's like, man, this looks sweet. This looks sweet. I'm like, yeah, it's a good area. Like, you know, Greg loves this area. Matt loves this area. Like, it's...
That was up on Splitter?
No, it was actually over on the Jared plot.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, he's got pictures of big bucks like right here, you know. So we talk ourselves into going over there. We go over there, and of course we have a cell cam on what we had already set up.
Right.
And Sam's like, no way. And no, it was our last set. That's what happened. We went in the morning, got skunked.
Okay.
So then we were like, forget it. We're going to go over here. It was like the last thing our last ditch effort, you know? So we switched it up, and 2 nice bucks go right onto that. Like,
right into the corn?
Yeah, 30 yards from us, like right into the corn. Like, it was funny.
And I think too, when I say a big buck doesn't use a corn pile, that's my opinion on deer where I hunt in high pressured areas, you know, where you got guys hunting every 10 acres.
I've heard it before, though. I have definitely heard that before.
Yeah, and that's just how I feel. Like if anybody I knew around me puts out cameras, they're always showing me these pictures of these great bucks that are an hour after dark. You know what I mean? It's like they know that.
But you can also say the same thing about just putting a camera out at all. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes you get one picture of a nice buck and then
never again.
So I think some of those old smart leery bucks, they just know something's up and they're just going to avoid it. So,
and that's why I like to try to keep things natural. But
another idea is you could put a bait pile somewhere, and just like a food plot, you get between the bedding and the food, and you find where their travel path is to that.
Right.
You don't have to hunt. I think everybody thinks of a bait pile, they have to hunt right over it.
Right.
And a lot of times I get caught thinking that way too. You know, like
just find the transition and bump back from it.
Yeah, but if
100 yards.
Yeah, if you were, you know that they're attracted to that, treat it like a food plot.
Yep.
Step off of it, and then, you know, you might get that big buck that's leery to go out there during shooting hours, but he's approaching it at a slow pace, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Right. Or skirting it looking for does.
Or does are going to it and he's attracted to the does.
Yeah,
right.
he could be skirting it, staying in the thick, trying to see what's going on there too.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a step in the right direction that we need to go to allow us to bait. But
well, you were talking about gas stations selling all that stuff, and for all those years that it was banned, how many times would you still go to the gas station?
Oh yeah, there's still
and
sitting
there'd
there,
still be a pallet of beets.
Well, you go to the store and there's
and
still mineral sitting on the shelves. I mean, the mineral companies are like, dude, we got to survive. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
So,
and the stores will sell it because they'll take their profit. And your choice if you want to pour it on the ground or not. But yeah, I mean, as far as too, when you were talking about the nose to nose contact and saliva and all that, like if you've ever sat at a lone acorn tree on the middle of a ridge, when those acorns drop, that is a food plot, and all those deer are sticking their nose in the same thing. Like, or not a food plot, you know, it's basically like a bait pile.
Yeah.
For however many weeks it takes them to eat all those acorns, but they're all sticking their noses and faces in it. And then how many times do you see deer lick each other's face?
Right.
Like,
unless it's a 2 a.m. doe.
Right. Well,
eventually she gets licked. That sounded bad.
Wow. I'm going to take the PG rating off of this episode. Wow.
You set me up for that
one. Wow. Sorry, Kendra. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, that took a turn. Oh, hey, speaking of taking a turn, Smoking It sent us a cool box of stuff. So we've actually got a Smoking It camo hat, cool Smoking It sticker, and the Smoking It nice insulated mug here. So what we're gonna do is a couple giveaways. Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
How are we gonna do it? What do you think?
I don't know. Probably show us a proud moment in the outdoors on Facebook, probably.
There it is. All right. So go to the Facebook page, The Providers, and put up one of your pictures. If you put up a picture with, let's say, any successful outdoors moment. Yeah. So could be a deer, could be a fish, could be a duck, could be you out there with your kids, right. Just put a picture up on the Providers page. That'll get you entered once. I think we go a step further with it. If you want to send us an email at theproviderspodcast@gmail.com with a question. I know you guys have heard some questions here on past episodes. If you guys go as far as doing that, how about we enter them? What do you think? 5 times?
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
All right, so one entry for a picture, and we'll go 5 entries if you send us a question at theproviderspodcast@gmail.com. And let's run this one until February 21st.
Okay.
All right. So February 21st, get yourself a hat, a sticker, or a mug courtesy of smokinit.com. Smoked up some pork tenderloin the other day, dude. Turned out awesome. Yeah. And you know what was really cool? I was actually concerned about the temperature. And with the electric component of that smoker, I felt like I didn't battle trying to keep wood actually going, pellets lit, that type of thing. Yeah. Like, because I did try to cook on my regular charcoal grill not too long ago, and I couldn't even hardly get the thing warm enough to cook food on it. Like, it was miserable. It was super cold. But yeah, 0 issues with my Model 2 with it being, it was like -2 or something. And I kept it out of the wind, but that thing was cruising, made some awesome pork tenderloin. So yeah. You got to smoke anything? You sent me something you smoked.
Yeah, I smoked, I think a couple weeks ago I did baby back ribs. And
that's what you sent me.
And Max said, Max is an adult now, so he's in and out, whatever, and he's not always around for dinner or whatever. And he's like, you can never make these again without me being home. He's like,
that's awesome.
These were amazing. And so that was pretty cool. I had help from buddy from work. We call him Lucky. He's got Lucky's Smokehouse. He gave me some tips on what to do, and so I changed it up a little bit. And Max was like, I don't know what you did, but yeah, these are amazing. And then last week I did country style. Normally with country style ribs, I'll put them like in a deep pan.
Yeah, like a foil pan or whatever, the aluminum pan. Yeah.
Or in a regular, just glass pan or whatever, and I'll put them in the oven. And I was like, I'm gonna smoke these this time. So I did the aluminum pan, but those turned out really good.
Is that the one you sent me with the homemade applesauce? I don't know which one had the homemade applesauce.
No, I think the one I sent you was the baby back ribs, but man, they were so good. Both of them were good.
They look good for sure. So yeah, if you guys want to get entered in to win some free stuff from Smoking It, come post some pictures or shoot us an email.
Hell, if you got recipes,
that'd be awesome.
You want to share some stuff with what you're doing? It doesn't. I mean, smoker or not smoker, but if you're doing stuff with wild game or whatever. I mean, baby back ribs aren't wild game, but I mean,
we did that a little bit when we had the TV show.
Yeah.
If you guys check out the YouTube page, there are some actual cooking segments on there from one of us that would throw it together. We actually had a girl that was doing a couple cooking episodes for us.
Yep.
Yeah, there's always some good ways to make stuff, and we'd love if people share it so we can try it out too. But yeah, so what do you think? What are you doing this weekend? Any fishing?
No.
My brother went out on his
It's Super Bowl day and my father-in-law's birthday and stuff, so we're just gonna go up there and hang out. So
nice. No fishing.
Little family day.
You're just gonna look at the lake. You're not gonna fish it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look out there and be like, oh, wonder if that guy's catching anything.
Right. It's a Super Bowl. And probably not too many people out there tonight, but my brother went on his weekend trip with 6 or 7 people from his wife's family that I usually try to go on. Of course, that was the same weekend as my one work convention that I have to attend every year, so I had to miss out on that. But they got into some fish. They said they were catching some good crappie and stuff, and we went once. I took my what we called my go bucket there in that last episode when I was showing you how I threw that bucket together. We went out and sat at the gravel pit that we go to.
Oh, yeah.
Caught a ton of fish. But I think it was about an hour and a half in. Like, my rods, my spring bobbers were totally frozen. Like, I couldn't keep... As soon as the water came out of the hole into the spring bobber, it was frozen, like, instantly. My line was all totally froze up. Like, I think we got an hour and a half out of it, caught a boatload of fish, and we were like, we have to stop because our equipment just does not function anymore. So
I give credit to whoever's out there just with a bucket, because
it was fun. Like, I mean, I had on my good clam bibs and all that. I was warm, but man, the equipment just couldn't handle it. It was so cold. So we probably needed to take Shani with us, but we did get some fish in the freezer, which was cool. So yeah, I'm gonna miss out on you guys on a rabbit hunt here in a couple weeks, so I'm just a big loser right now.
We'll get you out in March.
I did notice real quick that I'm starting to get a lot of pictures of deer dropping antlers. So I am hoping to maybe get out to some properties before the snow melts off, because we are actually supposed to see a warm up and walk some of the trails and get an idea where the deer are moving, because
yeah, it'd be sweet.
My trail cameras are still really active, so I'd like to see where some of those paths are leading and see if we can maybe score some antlers. I'm never good at finding antlers.
Me neither.
I like to look for them. I'm not really good at finding them.
Yeah.
So
unless I trip over them.
Yeah, exactly. Or I find them 3 years after the fact. I'm like, what's this covered in moss? Oh, it's an antler. So yeah, that's going to about cover what I'm up to for the next couple weeks probably. But well, sweet. I say we wrap this one up.
All right. Sounds good.
Like we said, if you want to shoot us an email, go ahead and do it at theproviderspodcast@gmail.com. You can check us out on X, Instagram, Facebook. Come make sure you're getting signed up for the free giveaway here. Check us out on YouTube if you want to watch the show. And we will plan on catching you guys next time.
Sweet.
Yeah, what a heart.